Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Headlines and Heartlines, a podcast where we go beyond the headlines to talk to the people shaping our communities and hear the stories behind the decisions that affect our daily lives. I'm Vanessa Brazier, owner and publisher of Bluebonnet News, and today I am joined by Cleveland Mayor Danny Lee. Cleveland has experienced tremendous growth over the past few years, bringing both opportunities and challenges as city leaders work to improve infrastructure, support public safety, and preserve the strong sense of community that residents value. Today we're going to talk to Mayor Lee about the future of Cleveland, the work happening behind the scenes at City Hall, and also get to know a little bit about the man behind the mayor's office. Danny, thank you for joining me today.
Good morning, Vanessa, and thank you for taking time to come and visit.
Thank you for taking time to let me interview you.
Yeah, well, it's just always a pleasure.
Thank you.
To see you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, Danny, as I recall, you previously were on City Council.
Yes, sir.
And then you also were on Cleveland ISD School Board for how many years?
15 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
For listeners who may not know you well, can you tell me a little bit about your background and what led you to public service? Because you've been doing it most of your life.
Well, it's a long story. I was born and raised here in Cleveland, and very humble beginnings. I always knew that I wanted to do something, in life. I didn't know what. I thought it was football, but that kind of didn't work out the way I wanted it to work out. But that's a dream of every college football player, that they're going to play professional football,
yeah.
and that didn't work out for me.
Yeah.
So, after college, I ended up moving to Conroe. I started working for Energy Texas. Back then, it was Gulf State Utilities. I worked for Energy Texas for 2 years in Beaumont. Then the position came open in Conroe, and I moved to Conroe. And I worked there for 20 plus years. But one weekend I came home to Cleveland, and I said I'd never move back to Cleveland. But I met this young lady, and on our first date, she told me, well, look, I'll never move from Cleveland. And I had no idea why she was bringing that up on our first date. But
yeah. So
that's how I ended up in Cleveland. We got married, and
Barbara
Lee. Yeah, next week will be our 36th anniversary.
Congratulations!
And once I got back home, I always wanted to do something. I wasn't for sure what it was, but I ran for a school board position, and I was elected to school board.
Who was the superintendent back then?
The first superintendent, it had to be a guy by the name of Greg Gant.
Okay.
Yeah. And for my first 5 years, I think we had 6 superintendents.
Oh, Carrie Cowart was one of them.
Yeah, it was Greg Gant. I think it was Nancy Fuller.
She's
a guy
great.
By the name of Mike Clifton.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Terry Myers.
Terry Myers, I forgot about that one.
Terry stayed a long time. Great guy. Kerry Cowart, another great guy. He
Yeah.
They kind of stabilized it,
Mm-hmm.
once Kerry and Terry Myers and Kerry Cowart, they had some staying power. And I did that for a long time, and then I got out of it, for a couple of years. And I said that, I was right at retirement age. I said, well, I'm going to retire, and, I'm just going to kind of chill out and spend more time with my wife and travel and do all that retirement stuff. But after about a year...
You had done enough piddling?
Yeah. I decided to get back in.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to go back to the school board, and I decided to run for city council, and I won, and... it's really, really been a blessing, serving all these years. Starting out with the school board, I've had opportunity to meet so many great people. We got a lot of great people here in Cleveland, and I've really had had an opportunity to meet a lot of outstanding people that come through Cleveland, live on the outlying areas of Cleveland, Tarkenton, Splendor, Shepherd, Romare, Dolan. I've had a chance to meet so many, and they all, we all have that 77327 zip code, and we all identify as Cleveland. And I just had a chance to meet just a lot of great people, and it's just really, really been a blessing, just serving and representing people. That means a lot, and I'm just thankful for the opportunity, and I'm proud of the opportunity.
Cleveland's experienced a lot of growth in the recent years.
Yes.
So from your perspective, how has the city changed during your time of leadership?
Well,
it's been a lot.
It's changed a lot.
Yeah.
Back in, I think my first year on council was probably around 2018, I think. And we would have 1 or 2 new home permits per year. Okay. And after about 2 years, after the subdivisions,
I guess Glen Park came in, and yeah,
Glen Park, and
that was one of the earlier ones.
And Grand Oaks.
Yeah.
And now it's booming.
Yeah.
I mean, at one point we were having about 17 to 20 new home permits per month. I mean, and that was a first for Cleveland because, we wasn't really equipped for that kind of growth, and it just started happening. And we really, we had to change up some things. Once I became mayor, I had a vision, and with my football background, I always believe in teamwork.
Yeah.
That's something that I learned from sports, that philosophy of working together as a team. And once I became mayor, I really wanted to bond with each council member, a council. And the council that we have, I've really taken pride in getting to know them and working with them. And it takes time. You got different people that come from different places, different ideas, and
different goals.
Yeah, different goals, different way of seeing things. And what I've tried to do, I've tried to bond with our council, and when we disagree on something, we agree to disagree and go on to the next issue that we have, because we got plenty of issues. I never try to dwell on the past, and I've gotten the council to buy into that. We don't dwell on the past. We don't hold grudges. We'll just go on to the next issue and try to do something positive for Cleveland. And I think here in the last 2 years, it's evident that we've made great strides, with the community and the trust of the community. Last year, the 3 incumbents, myself, Julius Buckley, and Roscoe Warwick, we ran unopposed. Okay.
So that's like a vote of confidence.
Yes. That meant a lot. Okay, now you come back this year, 2026, our 3 incumbents, they're unopposed. And that really says a lot that we gained the trust of our citizens here in Cleveland. But on the other hand, I stress this to the council, we have to maintain that trust. We have to return phone calls.
Maintaining is the challenge, isn't it?
Yes, we have to return phone calls. We have to listen to people. That's why we have the monthly coffee with the mayor, and that's been a great success.
Heavy turnout.
Yes, I mean, and a lot of the good thing about it, a lot of people just come up and just want to meet me and meet the police chief and meet the city manager.
And enjoy some good coffee at the crossing.
Right. It's, different business people come in, drop by, and it's just really been a great event. And also what it's done, it's really brought attention to our downtown district, because a lot of people don't come to downtown.
Right.
They out at, Walmart and down at, Valley Ranch, but we have a lot of little mom and pop shops in that downtown area, and it's brought a lot of attention to that. And that's another thing that our Chamber of Commerce, our Economic Development Department, they have worked really well together in bringing positive attention to Cleveland.
Yeah.
With the Cocoa Crawl. I mean, that came out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, that one's
we had
a good event.
Over 2,000 people.
That's wild.
Attended that. We had the Law Jam Fest this summer. And we had over 2,000 people that attended that, and a lot of those people had never came to the downtown area. They didn't realize that we had what we have down there. So
and then we have Treat Street coming up this.
Yes, correct.
Yes,
correct.
October, and then we have the Bunny Blast. So, the growth brings opportunity, but it also puts pressure on the infrastructure, like roads and water systems and drainage. What are some of the biggest infrastructure priorities that the city's working on right now?
Well, when I first took office, I found out that we had, at this point, we have 70-year-old infrastructure.
Clay pipes.
Yes. That's never been changed out.
That's pretty much every city in Liberty County.
Yes. We got 70-year-old infrastructure. It's never been changed out. Okay, we have, in the last 5 years, we probably added 1,400 new homes onto that infrastructure that's already outdated and it's over capacity.
Yeah.
But I call it divine intervention from God. In the past 2 years, we received right now about $39 million.
That's wild, isn't it?
And grants and forgiveness loans for our infrastructure and our drainage. I mean,
that is a lot of grant money.
Yeah, it's kind of unbelievable.
Was it GLO or was it multiple?
The majority of it was from
the General Land Office.
General Land Office, and it was really neat. Myself and Barbara, we had a chance to go down to the award ceremony down in Southwest Houston, and had a chance to meet Dr. Don Buckingham, the director of
of GLO.
GLO, and that was a really nice ordeal. They had like the city of
Lots of cities.
Yeah, mayor of Baytown, Tomball,
Yeah.
Conroe. They had the mayor pro tem from the city of Houston. They had Houston City Council people there, city of Baytown, and they were all being awarded, these grants. And I was really proud that day that we received those grants. And right now, we're in the process of getting started on a lot of that. Now, I'm not saying.
So what's the projects you're trying to get started on?
Well, basically, it's going to be infrastructure right now and drainage. And we're in the engineering process.
Infrastructure
right now.
as in putting in new water lines?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Changing out water lines, sewer lines, because, so many people, complain, about the drainage, and the water. And I understand because it's bad on my street. I tell people all the time, hey, look, water and sewer lines on Fisher Street, been there since I was a little kid. I've been there 66 years. And
it's time to replace them.
Yeah, so that was just a blessing that we were able to facilitate those. And I really take my hat off to our staff, our city manager, Lee Tipton, Pam Harrison and her staff. It's really, we've all really worked hard.
Pam's the finance director.
Yes, ma'am.
But she did serve temporarily as a city manager.
interim city manager, yes. She, they just all, it's just like a new energy, here in City Hall.
Maybe it feels like everyone's pulling the cart in the same direction?
Yes, ma'am. Everybody bought in. There were a couple, that didn't want to buy in, and I understood that, but we had to move forward with the people that wanted to buy in, because change is difficult for a lot of people. When and the unknown. A lot of people don't want to take chances. But my philosophy was, look, we've done it this way for so long, and what do we have to show for it? So we changed some things up. We brought younger people in. We have the development services. We have a media staff now, and that's
never had that before.
Right, and that's been a blessing. Vanessa, and personally, I just like to thank the Bluebonnet News for always, supporting the city and reporting fairly.
I try.
And I tell you that all the time. You call balls and strikes. And a lot of people don't do that, though.
I have to.
But you show up in good times or bad times, and you're going to always throw balls and strikes.
Yeah.
And that's all we ask, and you are very well respected and highly thought of in our city.
Thank you.
For the work that you do.
I love Cleveland.
Yes, we love you too.
I love all my cities.
Right.
My heart is in all of them.
Yeah.
People always tease me about, you love Cleveland more than us. I'm like, no, I just, my office was here for years.
Yeah.
While I was managing the Advocate.
Yeah.
And so I just developed a lot of connections.
Yeah, that's how far we go back.
Yeah.
And during the time I was on the school board,
it's 2006 or 2005, it's 20 years.
Yeah, you were doing the Cleveland Advocate back then. Yeah.
Long time ago, 20 years.
Yeah.
I've been doing Bluebonnet since 2018.
Yeah.
So.
And look how it's grown. Look how God has just manifested Bluebonnet.
I prayed about it.
You got like 100,000 followers?
I have 70,000.
70,000?
Wow. I prayed about it very hard before, because I believe that I have to do what God put me here to do, and I prayed for Him to prepare a path for me.
Yeah.
And He put a path there, and He also put side rails on it so that I wouldn't fall off. He made sure that I knew what the path was.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot of faith to step out,
Yeah. Well, that's why I said. But you have really, really came a long way.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a lot of work. Let's talk about how Cleveland is preparing for the continued development, while still preparing the old taxpayers, the old homeowners, and then maintaining those services.
Well, right now, Vanessa, it's like a work in progress. I tell people all the time. I had a business owner that wanted to know. This was a couple of weeks ago. Why are we all of a sudden enforcing these ordinances now? Why, they've never been enforced before. Well, we've never had the staff to enforce the ordinances. Right. That's how we're growing. We've never had, we finally have a fully staffed, we have an animal control officer, we have a fully staffed EDC, economic development, we have a media staff, we have a fully staffed fire department,
Civic
Center.
Center.
We have a fully staffed police department.
That's great.
For the first time in a long time,
we have a fully
staffed police department.
Yeah.
They have all of the equipment that they need. You notice the new vehicles that they have, up-to-date radios, equipment, and that takes a lot,
Yeah, we had to be competitive.
Yeah, it takes
the salaries had to be competitive.
Yeah, and that's another thing that I'm very proud of is one of the main reasons that we have been able to hire and maintain a police department is because of the pay. Our pay is competitive, and now we can't pay what Houston pays, or what Humble pays, or what Conroe pays.
But the quality of life would probably be better.
But we can get in the same ballpark with them.
Yeah. Plus, you get to be in the same city as Fat Floyd's and Pueblo and.
Correct. I mean, but we're in the ballpark with them now.
Yeah.
But at one point, we wasn't nowhere near the ballpark.
Right.
And I tell it a lot of the young officers, Cleveland is a good place to be. Cost of living out here is a lot cheaper, in Cleveland.
Just got to maintain some of that, because with the growth, you turn things upside down a little bit.
But on our growth, we really we have to keep in mind our elderly, our seniors. You know, we have a lot of low income, and you know, with the taxes, you know, we're very, very mindful of our taxes. You know, and sometimes we've had to raise fees on different things, and
like garbage and sewer and stuff like
that.
that.
It's really, you know, it's really hard, you know. But you know, you have to pay the bills on one hand. But
and you live here, so you understand.
Correct. And I have relatives that live here.
And you're on a retirement salary and fixed income.
Yes, ma'am. And I have relatives that live here, lifelong friendships that live here. A lot of elderly. They were my mentors, you know, and that's the unique thing about Cleveland. You know, we're growing, but what people have to understand, our only source of income is sales tax and property tax and fees, permits and fees. You know, now what we had to do, we had to go outside the box.
Yeah,
we have researched. Applied for it, you name it, a grant you name, we've applied for. Whether it's fire department, police department, library, public works. I mean, our staff has really went outside and acquired a lot of grant money. And that's never been done before. And I just applaud the staff.
Yeah.
You know, for getting out there and doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Some cities are turning to impact fees. Is Cleveland using impact fees to help offset the cost of development? Have y'all gotten to that point yet?
Not yet. Right now, a lot of this is new to Cleveland, and we have to really, you know, we have like with the Grand Oaks, with the Pinewood Trails, you know, we had those TERS agreements.
Yeah, and those are for how many years?
Okay, I think the Pinewood Trails is for 30 years.
Oof.
And the Grand Oaks is for 25 years. Now, we built a lot of new homes.
And how many years are we into Grand Oaks right now? About 8, 9?
Probably about 8 years.
Yeah.
But the thing is now, without those TERS agreements, Grand Oaks wouldn't be there.
No.
Or Pinewood.
No, it offsets the roads.
Because they spent probably $50 to $70 million up front providing the infrastructure and drainage out there.
Right.
They spend a lot of money.
Right.
And the same thing with Pinewood Trails.
Yeah.
And there's no way the city of Cleveland, I mean, we hadn't even been able to fix our infrastructure what we have here. So, but it's been a plus. But then again, though, it's not as much as the eye can see. You know, we still have that time that we have to pay that money back to them.
Yeah. But in a few years, it'll start paying off.
It
takes a little while. Good things take a while. So we talked about public safety and the salaries. How important is it to you that Cleveland maintains the feel of a safe, close-knit community even as it grows?
Well, you know, what we have to do, you know, as a community, and I tell a lot of people all the time, we want to grow. We want to grow. We want Chick-fil-A. Okay, we want a Chili's, Applebee's, you know, we want all of that. You know, but a couple of weeks ago, Barbara and I, we were down at Valley Ranch. And we got there and we ate dinner, and on the way back, you know, we were, you know, this traffic just stacked up, you know. And she said, you know, Danny, I don't know if I would want all of this to be in Cleveland. I said, yeah, I agree with you, but we have to find a balance. We want to have the small town feel, but we don't want all the traffic.
But we need the economic gain.
Yes, ma'am. We want to go to the ATM machine in peace.
And we want to be able to have the Texan Theater thriving with concerts.
Right, correct. You know, we want to maintain that. And a lot of the element now that's down in Porter New Caney, you know, it's a lot of the crime is a lot more crime down there now.
That's where I like to go shopping.
Yeah, I do too.
I prefer to go there over anywhere else.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to probably head down there after a while to the pet store.
Yeah.
Have to buy live crickets and worms every other week
Live crickets and
for
worms.
my bearded dragon.
Okay.
That was a gift to my daughter Alexia, and then she decided she didn't want it. So I'm stuck with this animal that's going to live 30 years.
How about that?
10 years in. Okay, so let's talk about leadership. So for people who have never attended a city council meeting, what would you want them to know about how decisions get made?
Well, what we have tried to do, what I've tried to do, and our staff, we want the community involved.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we televise all of our meetings.
Yeah, they could just watch them online.
And you know, and that's been really, really good
Yeah.
because a lot of the meetings we have anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 views.
That kind of started during COVID,
Yeah.
right? Because couldn't have public meetings so easily.
And we finally got the new video system and sound system and all of that set up real good, to where the sound quality is good.
Just got to get the civic centers finished.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, we got to get that.
Yeah.
Get that.
That's got to get finished
online.
fast.
Yeah, real fast.
Yeah.
But that's, you know, we have really, really want to keep the community involved and engaged on what's going on in your city. You know, come to coffee with the mayor. If you got a problem, we'll talk about it.
And that's the right opportunity to talk to you, because you can't do that
That's right.
at a city council meeting.
Correct.
Unless it's on the agenda.
And I tell her, one guy.
It's a misconception people have.
Yeah, but one guy told me, well, I can't come to coffee with the mayor. You know, I got to work. Well, let me know, let our city manager know we have an open door policy.
And you can meet them any other time.
You can meet me anytime.
Yeah, make an
just
appointment.
like you call and say, hey, let me know what time, Vanessa, I'll be there.
Well, I snagged you after chamber luncheon.
But that's for every taxpayer citizen of Cleveland.
They could have the
My
opportunity.
door is open. If you want to meet, I'll meet with you. I'll discuss it with you. I will be honest with you. I will help you in any way I can. And our staff mirrors that same attitude that I have, and the council. You know, we all on the same page with that.
A lot of people seem surprised that when they come to city council meetings and they make public comments, that y'all can't respond to them.
Right.
That is probably one of the biggest misconceptions.
Yeah.
What would you say are the other big misconceptions about local government that people have?
Well, you know, I had a conversation with a man a couple of months ago about just government.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Starting in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
National government,
Mm-hmm.
state government in Austin,
Mm-hmm.
city government in Cleveland. A lot of people don't trust government.
No.
And
they don't understand how
they don't understand
operates. How it operates.
And they don't understand, and that's the hardest thing.
Roads are a big misconception.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
They don't understand FM 1010 and as TxDOT, the highway that runs through town. TxDOT.
Yeah.
The US 59. TxDOT.
They're working on that now.
Yeah.
But
that'll be federal
the
too.
2025 exit.
Yeah.
Cold Spring exit. They're working on that, and to my knowledge, they're supposed to, when they finish that, they're supposed to work on the exit right. by McDonald's and Walmart. Those are just the worst. But my goal is, you know, we want you to trust us.
Right.
But it's hard to get people's trust, because one guy said, well, man, you said y'all was going to fix that road 10 years ago. I was told that.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
That's TxDOT.
Yeah.
That's TxDOT.
Yeah.
You know, and we have an issue.
It takes a long time for TxDOT projects. And there's reasons for that. There's a lot of engineering that goes into it, because when they build it, they want it to have it they want it right.
Yeah.
They want to just make it fast and
But
not
now
last.
we do have something here in Cleveland. And I tell people all the time, they complain about the potholes.
Yeah.
If you got potholes on your street, we have a young man that's his job. He rides
to go around and
all
shake
day,
potholes.
and if you got a pothole, call Public Works, give the address, and we will come out and fill those potholes.
And we got a lot of rain coming in this weekend.
Yeah.
We're filming this first week of March, and we got a lot of rain coming in. So you're probably gonna have some potholes after that rain.
Ma'am. Correct.
It's gonna be about 3 days of rain.
Yeah. Well, I'm ready for it.
I am too. I'm kind of looking forward to just being home and
Because these allergies been eating me up the last 3 days.
Yeah, just ready for some peace, just hanging out with my husband.
Chill out.
Yeah. So, what types of businesses or industries would you most like to see come to Cleveland?
Well, right now, I love, we just acquired the Wingstop, okay, and our economic development department, they're really, really working hard, and they have some things in the working, but see, a lot of it, they can't really
tell the details yet. So
we got some things going.
Is it industry, or is it just because we need jobs too?
Well, yeah. Now we have some irons in the fire on that industry.
Yeah.
We have a lot of property. Inside our city and outlying areas. We have some prime property.
Can you talk a little bit about the BNSF rail project?
Yeah. Matter of fact,
that's huge.
Yes, that right there. Now, I think that's
for people who don't know. That's located west of Cleveland, off of State Highway 105, Fostoria Road.
Yeah.
It's huge. How many? I don't even remember how many acres that is, but it's a big rail yard.
The largest. It's about 1,200 acres. It's the largest logistics center in the United States. I think BNSF owns about, 8 logistics centers nationwide.
And this is the biggest
one.
And
the one in Cleveland, Texas. It's actually called the BNSF Houston.
Even though it's Cleveland.
In Cleveland, Texas.
Yeah.
But they chose Cleveland. Number one, we're 1 hour from the port of Houston.
Yeah.
We got
railroads,
great railroad access, and we're 30 minutes from the airport.
And they could buy a large chunk of land.
Right. And you got the 5969 corridor.
Right.
And they chose Cleveland.
And not very far from I-45.
Right. And that's we got some stuff going on out there now. Mm-hmm. And it's cranking up.
That's exciting. Yeah. They'll be bringing a lot of jobs out there, I'm sure.
Yes, correct.
That will be great for Cleveland. Okay, so let's talk about what do you think makes Cleveland unique compared to other cities? That's tough, isn't it?
Well, what makes Cleveland unique for the native Cleveland? Like I've been here, just like you, Moss Hill.
Yeah, I'm Moss Hill.
The natives that live here in Cleveland.
People think that I live in Cleveland because I love Cleveland so much. But no, I live in Moss Hill.
We claim you, though.
Yeah, that's good. I'll claim it.
You always got a second home.
Yeah.
So, no, but I think what's unique about Cleveland, a lot of the natives that live here, a lot of us, finished high school and moved away. But a lot of us have remained to stay, and I've had numerous classmates of mine that have moved back to Cleveland, and
found out Cleveland wasn't so bad.
Cleveland is a great place. Okay, with 30 minutes from the airport, you can go and you can fly out to anywhere in the world, 30 minutes from your home. Okay, you come out here, your crime rate is low, your taxes are lower than anybody anywhere in this area. Cleveland, Texas taxes are about as low as you're going to get. Okay, your gas is cheaper. The gas in Cleveland, Texas is probably cheaper than, it's high now, but it's cheaper than
temporary.
Anybody. It's temporary. I mean, what I'm saying, everybody else's is higher.
Yeah.
But
it's just a temporary reaction.
Cleveland, our gas and groceries, cost of living is cheaper, crime rate lower. You can go to the ATM machine in peace. You're not gonna get carjacked or hijacked. My grandkids can ride their bicycles on my street. Nobody's gonna bother them. That's what Cleveland has to offer. And if anything that you want to do, you're less than an hour from the medical center in
Right.
Houston, Astros, Texans, Rockets, anything that you want to do, you're less than an hour, and you can enjoy any downtown amenity, Discovery Green, drive 45 minutes, and you're back in your safe place.
Live in a community where people know each other's names.
Correct.
I hope that we never lose that.
Yeah, that's what we want to keep here. But we do want the Chick-fil-A now. Don't get me wrong. So.
Yeah. Let's see. What restaurant would I like to have? Gosh, I can't think of any particularly. Chick-fil-A's good. Whataburger's wraps outdo Chick-fil-A any day of the week.
Yeah.
But yeah, my husband would say Panda Express. He likes Panda Express.
Yeah, well, we getting there, and we do have a investor that has purchased the Dairy Queen property.
Oh, what are they going to put there?
Well,
You can't tell me yet.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
But the thing, and what I try to tell people, they didn't just purchase that property just to let it sit there.
They're going to put something there.
Yes, ma'am.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So we still need a Dairy Queen, though.
I miss those belt busters, those hunger busters, the belt busters.
I don't keep ice cream at home, but occasionally I want an ice cream.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Well, maybe one day. But the thing about it now, that our Dairy Queen closed, and the owner of the Dairy Queen,
A lot of Dairy Queens closed.
Yeah, he owned about 8 Dairy Queens.
Sour Lake closed.
Yeah.
Dayton closed.
It's the same owner. He owned, and he just closed all of them. He got burned out, and he closed all of them.
Yeah.
And selling out. So
yeah, maybe somebody else will come in with a franchise. So let's talk about, how do you personally handle the pressure of making tough decisions and accepting criticism? That's a tough one, isn't it?
Well, Vanessa, just like being a father, as I grew up and I had my children, there's a lot of pressure, and that's where my faith really came into play in my life. And I just lean on my faith. I pray every morning. I pray every day. I pray for our city. I pray for my peace of mind.
Prayer's good.
I pray for my wisdom, knowledge. I pray for my understanding. I pray that, a lot of times you can talk to people and hurt their feelings and don't even know you hurt the person's feelings.
Right.
I just pray for that peace and understanding. If I ever hurt anybody's feelings, I just ask for forgiveness. But that carries me every day in what I do, because, Cleveland, the job I inherited, you got 70.
Can't make everybody happy.
You got 70-year-old infrastructure. You got a police department that's underpaid, under-equipped, fire department, every department.
The fire department.
Works.
I should have asked you more about the fire department. They're having to go and answer calls that are just way beyond their territory, just because of all the growth. That's been a financial burden for the city. I should have asked more about that.
Yeah. Well,
you're making it work.
Yeah. Well, I take my hat off to the leadership.
Yeah.
If you talk about people like Sean Anderson and Darrell Broussard,
those are great chiefs, aren't they?
We probably have the leadership, probably the best leadership in first responders in the state of Texas.
Look at you, bragging on your people like that.
Well, I know them. This is their home to them. And it means the same thing it means to me, it means to them.
They live here and they love it.
And they, the old saying, real recognizes real.
Yeah.
I look at Sean. I know Sean care about Cleveland.
Yes.
And I know Darrell Broussard care about Cleveland.
Yeah.
Because we grew up across the street from each other.
Yeah.
This is home to him. And, we're going to go that extra mile.
Yeah.
And but it's difficult, but then again, it's a lot of enjoyment, and most of the people are nice though, Vanessa. We have a lot and most of the people understand, and with our new media system and with your news outlet and our city web page and the Facebook Lives and all that, we're really getting
The
our messages
yeah.
out there and what we're doing, what our employees doing.
Right.
We just try to promote every positive that's going on in Cleveland, because we're gonna have negatives.
Yes, that's
Stuff's
true.
gonna happen.
So we wrap up these podcast interviews with rapid fire questions that are fun, and they're short answers. You don't have to, don't overthink it, okay? Mm-hmm. So give us the first answer that comes to mind. Sweet tea or Dr. Pepper?
Sweet tea.
Barbecue or Tex-Mex?
Barbecue. Brisket.
Friday Night Lights or Quiet Evening at Home?
Quiet Evening at Home. Now,
it used to be Friday Night Lights.
30 years ago,
yeah.
it was Friday Night Lights, but right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
If someone visits Cleveland for the first time, where's the place you tell them to stop? That's tough.
The first place?
Yep.
I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Walmart.
There's too many places to stop. We have there's some really good restaurants. Ranch Hand is nearby.
I love all the businesses here, the restaurants here, the Ranch Hand, Fat Floyd's, Duke's, everybody.
Yeah.
You know, the one at the golf course.
Bought the bistro.
I love them all, and I support all of them. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't want to single out one.
You wouldn't single out one. Okay. What's one thing about Cleveland that only locals really understand?
Sense of family.
Okay.
You know, when it get on to it, Cleveland, we're going to look out for Cleveland. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to add a little bit to that. We're going to look out for Cleveland. It don't matter how much money you have, what color you are. When it really gets down to it, and you're back against the wall, Cleveland gonna look out for Cleveland.
Yeah.
That's a treasure here, and you're not gonna find that many places.
Yeah. What Cleveland event do you look forward to every year?
Probably the homecoming parade.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think that would be the answer.
Yeah, I really love the homecoming parade. It just
seeing all the kids.
It just reminds me of all the kids, and it takes me back to when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And I see how everything has grown and it's changed, and that's one of my favorite.
The kids are still kids.
Deals is just participating at a homecoming parade. Yeah.
Finally, if you had to describe Cleveland in 3 words, what would it be?
My safe place.
That's perfect. My safe place.
Yes. My safe place.
Well, Danny, before we close, is there anything you would like to say directly to the people of Cleveland?
Well, I just like to say to the people of Cleveland, just stay with us. We have good things coming to Cleveland, and I'm speaking for the council and the staff here at City Hall, our city government. We working hard every day to serve you, to the best of our ability every day, and that starts with me, and it covers everybody, every city employee, and that's our goal every day.
Well, Danny, thank you for taking the time to join me today and sharing your perspective on the future of Cleveland.
Thank you.
Thank you to everyone listening to Bluebonnet News Headlines and Heartlines. If you enjoyed this conversation, be sure to follow Bluebonnet News for more stories about the people and events shaping our communities. I'm Vanessa Brazier, and I will see you next time.
Okay. Now, when will this